Hope you're doing well today. You can tell I'm a happy girl. I have Jamie Claire in the kitchen with me this morning.
I too am a happy girl.
Oh, I'm so glad. Jamie Claire is our youngest granddaughter. She's a senior nursing student and she's come to spend a couple of days with us. And we've been working all morning in the kitchen and we're doing a service project today. We made some goodies this morning and we're going to take them around to some of our friends this afternoon. So we're hungry, and so today we're about to fix our own lunch so that we can eat. Today we're going to make tomato basil soup, and y'all, it is so simple and so delicious. And we're going to also fix us a grilled cheese sandwich to go along with it. But let me tell you who gave me this recipe. My special friend, Hulaine Powell, shared this recipe with me. She is such a dear friend. And not only is she my friend, but through the years, she has become Jamie Claire's friend as well. And when Jamie Claire comes to town, we always connect with Miss Hulaine. And we're going to be seeing her tomorrow. And we may have a cup of coffee, or we may just sit around and laugh and talk and catch up on things. So we're excited about that. And Hulaine, I do thank you for sharing this recipe because I do love it. So let's get started making tomato basil soup. First of all, I'm going to tell you what the ingredients that we're going to use, and then Jamie Claire is going to actually make it for us. The recipe calls for 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. Now this is 28-ounce cans, and what I like to do is to, even though they're crushed, I like to put them in the blender so that they are pureed. So she's going to do that for us in just a second after I tell you the rest of the ingredients. And once she does that, we're going to put it in the saucepan, and then we're going to add a can of chicken broth. And this is a 14.5 ounce of chicken broth. We're going to put this on the stove, the crushed tomatoes and the chicken broth. We're going to bring it to a boil, and then once it comes to a boil, we're going to let it simmer for 10 minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll add our other ingredients. Our other ingredients is a teaspoon of sugar. It calls for basil, and I didn't have any fresh, so I'm using basil paste, which is wonderful. We're going to use a heaping teaspoon of that. It calls for a cup of heavy whipping cream and a half a cup of butter. And we'll be adding those once we get it prepared and on the stove and simmering. So let's go, Jamie Claire. Let's get started.
Okay. Our first can. Do we pulse or do we?
Just pulse and hold your hand on the top.
Is that good?
That's good.
Okay, perfect.
And here's a spoon if you need a spoon. I can probably help you with that.
Okay.
I just love it when these young adults are learning to cook, and especially when Jamie Claire comes to cook with me.
It is very fun. Whoa.
Now we may have a little splatter in our face. Oh.
Okay.
Yes, and she is very smart to hold her hand on the top. That's good.
Perfect.
Very good. Okay, so while she's doing that, I'm going to open the chicken broth. I'll take that. And if you'll just add the chicken broth and stir it around and place it on the stove top.
Whoa. I'm making a mess.
Mess is cleaned up. That's what I've always said.
Perfect.
This is going to make a lot of soup, and it's good leftover too. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we may have to transfer saucepans. I didn't realize that it's going to be running over by the time we add our whipping cream, but we'll see. It may hold it or it may not. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Jamie Claire's going to take it over to the stove.
Perfect.
and we're gonna turn it on and bring it to a boil, let it simmer, and I'll be back and add the other ingredients. See you in a minute. Okay, we're back, and Jamie Claire's gonna finish up our soup for us.
Yep. Okay. We're taking off our lid and we're adding 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 heaping tablespoon of our basil paste, since we didn't have our fresh chopped up basil. That looks pretty heaping to me.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
You did.
Okay.
Okay, just let me have your spoon.
Okay.
Okay, that works. I love it.
Perfect. Now we're going to stir that in. Stirring in our basil paste and our sugar. And once we've done that, we will cover it back up and let it simmer a little bit more before we add our heavy whipping cream and our butter.
Okay, we're ready to finish it up, and we are starved by
We are.
now. Okay, Jamie Claire, tell us how to finish it up.
Okay, we're adding our heavy whipping cream and our whole entire stick of butter. And I'm using a whisk to put it in there.
Oh, that's great. Y'all, this is what makes it so good. It really is delicious.
You can never have too much butter.
That's right. Butter makes everything good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jamie Claire's whisking it in. And when the butter is melted and the cream is all blended in, then the soup is ready to eat. Can you believe that? It's that quick
So
and that
quick.
easy. And we'll come back and we'll dip some up in a bowl and we'll show you exactly how it looks. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Y'all, it is mid-afternoon, but we have finally got this soup ready. We spent most of the morning on our project, and so we're getting around to eating a late lunch.
We are.
So we've got our soup ready. Look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie Claire made a grilled cheese sandwich and a glass of sweet tea. So Jamie Claire, tell us what you think of the soup.
It's incredible. Thank you so much, Miss Elaine.
Oh, that's great. I hope you all have a blessed day, and we'll see you again really, really soon. We're fixing to enjoy this tomato basil soup.